Merhaba, and welcome to the only Turkish newscast that gives you, the viewer, up-to-date great information on Turkey. I'm Afet.
And I'm Farah, and since the establishment of the Turkish Republic in the 1920s, women have had equal status with men, so we can be on a live network.
We're working around the clock to bring you, the viewer, up-to-date necessary information so that you can be a Turkish citizen.
In case you're new, we would like to give you, the viewer, a brief overview of Turkish history so that you are up to date on what's going on around here.
Here to give us the lowdown is our historical analyst, Rumba.
Hi there. In 1920 through 1922, the Turkish War of Independence. In 1923, Assembly declares Turkey a republic. In 1928, Turkey becomes a secular country. In 1938, President Atatürk dies, succeeded by Azmat İnönü. In 1945, neutral for most of World War II, Turkey declares war on Germany and Japan, but does not take part in combat. Joins United Nations. In 1952, Turkey became a NATO country significantly important in countering Soviet influences. In 1983, after the establishment of a new 1982 constitution, the military regime dissolved itself. In 1991, after the ending of the 1991 Persian Gulf War, the Incirlik Air Base enforced the northern no-fly zone in Iraq. In 1999, Kosovo War, NATO interceded in the Baltic to end a civil war in the region. Turkey was part of the mission. Kosovo War, the war ended.
Thank you for that, Rumba. Now we're to Sahab for current issues in Turkey.
Last Saturday, the upcoming economic cooperation between Turkey and China confirmed that it is going to play a key role in reshaping today's world, said Rizanur Mural, president of the Turkish Confederation of Businessmen and Industrialists. Mural recalled the resilience of the two nations' economics to external shocks, which has proven by their performance at a time when the world's most developed economies are still experiencing troubles from the global financial crisis that broke out in 2008. With their economic performance, despite the crisis, the two have recovered with minimum damage and even came out of the crisis with improved economies. Mural said that the gross domestic products of China and Turkey grew by 10.3% and 8.9% respectively last year. Also speaking at the meeting, Professor Leroux Chu, president of the China Institute of Contemporary International Relations, said that Turkey is highly important as an economic partner. Turkey provides a significant opportunity for us to open up to Europe. He said, adding that China is looking at investing in the development of nuclear energy and building a high-speed train network in Turkey. We can work together to reduce the travel time between Istanbul and Ankara to 2 hours, Chu said.
Thank you, Sahab. That is some great information.
This just in. Turkey's unemployment rate is expected to fall half a percentage point this year from 2010's 11.9%.
Well, that's great news for you, the unemployed viewer.
In other news, Jenny-O Turkey Store is recalling nearly 55,000 pounds of frozen raw turkey burgers that may be contaminated with salmonella. The Eco Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service said Saturday. The recall pertains to packages of all-natural turkey breast with seasonings, lean wheat meat, with a use-by date of December 23, 2011. Be on the lookout for imported meats, Turkey.
That is some scary news. We want to remind the viewers that the poll is still open for who you think is going to be the next Turkish idol. And since we're a Republican parliamentary democracy, your vote really does matter. Log on to www.turkeychannel8.com to vote now.
Farmers around this area this time of year are reporting good yields in the country's main agricultural plants, including tobacco, grains, and olives.
That's good news right there.
Very delicious, too.
It's time for a question from our viewers. Our first question comes all the way from America via Twitter. @collegestudent tweets, Is Turkey an Islamic country? And if so, where are the burqas?
Well, at College Student, we would like to remind you that while Islam is the major religion in Turkey, we are a secular country rather than an Islamic state. As for Islamic restrictions on dress and alcohol, etc., they do not apply.
We also want to inform you that a strict headscarf ban has been enforced in the Turkish university since 1997. The ban came after the staunchly secularist military had exerted pressure to oust a government it saw as too Islamist.
Yes, so if you were watching us before the ban and we were in Islamic Ran Station, you would have been seeing this. Thanks for the question.
Turkey may be facing new legal challenges thanks to the host site bans. An internet rights group has launched a legal challenge in Turkey over a ban on access to the host of Google-owned sites. The case, in which the Internet Technologies Association argues that the restrictions illegally discriminate against millions of users, is the latest front in an ongoing dispute that raises questions about a free speech in a country attempting to join the EU. It's an infringement on our fundamental human rights, the freedom of conversations, and our right to information, said Yemen Adkins, the associate professor of law at Istanbul Biblic University, the founder of the think tank Cyber Rights and Cyber Liberties.
Turkey's censorship of the internet dates back to 2007, when a law was passed to tackle websites that encourage suicide, drug use, gambling, or prostitution. The law broadened states' powers by creating a government office with the authority to shut down websites without a court order. Richard Howitt, a British MEP and spokesman for the European Parliament's Committee of Turkey, has warned that the ban puts the country alongside Iran, North Korea, and Vietnam as one of the world's worst offenders for cyber censorship. Only time will tell which way this dispute will go.
A recent poll has showed that Turkey comes in 6th out of the top 10 countries with the most billionaires. Turkey is also home to 38 billionaires, which may not be a true statement about who had what in Turkey when compared to the expanding Turkish economy. The figures recently released by the State Institute of Statistics, or the DIE, point to growing poverty in the country. According to the DIE figures, in 2003, the number of individuals living in poverty exceeded 20 million. This represents close to a third of the population, or 29%, and an increase of 5%, close to 1 million people in the number of poor from the previous year.
A good prediction for Turkey and its future is to say that as the opposite political ends of the spectrum work together, Turkey will continue to have a large number of voters and a strong democracy for years to come. Religious values, regardless of laws, will continue to flourish within Turkey boundaries, and the country will continue to have many different religious views within our nation. Although conflicts with Iran and Iraq have strained ties with the U.S., Turkey will continue to be an ally of the U.S. as long as U.S. policies do not have a direct negative impact on Turkish security. While discussions on U.S. political trends are beyond the scope of this paper, any declaration of war on Turkey's neighboring countries could create problems between the Turkeys and the U.S.
Thank you for that prediction. That concludes tonight's show. If you want more Turkey news around the clock, please visit us at www.thescooponturkey.com. Until next time, thank you. And Nika Zala.